You got to ask yourself, are you tired of struggling to close deals? Maybe you're just overwhelmed with all the advice out there. You never really get clear answers. What actually works out there? I'm just going to tell you, you're not alone. And today I'm here to show you how we can change that. I'm Chris Goff. I've got over 26 years now in the game. I've personally helped thousands of investors find financial freedom through entrepreneurship and real estate. And I've used personal coaching to help others create massive transformations in their lives. And I began real estate investing as more of a leap of faith. I left a full-time position in the airline industry to pursue wholesaling houses. And early on, I recognized the financial limitations of a traditional job and set out to build a business of my own. In my first year in real estate, it was awesome. A lot of struggles, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but it was awesome. I completed 46 deals and really solidifying my passion for the industry. And over time, I expanded into rehabbing properties, seller financing, foreclosures, and lease options. As more people really sought out, what are you doing? How are you doing this? I created an educational program to share what I've learned. And this initiative just grew rapidly, leading to 5 office locations where we focused on real estate investment and education. And since then, I've built and owned several ventures, including real estate companies, education programs, software, investment clubs, and even restaurants. My experience led me to author 3 best-selling books, appeared on just about every major network out there, produced a film, and all while sharing my knowledge of real estate investing globally. And looking back, it all started with one pivotal decision. And that was to take the chance on real estate and really see what was possible for my future. So if you're listening to this, maybe it's your time to let go of that past, maybe embrace the unknown and take that first step toward building the future you've always envisioned. Now, by the end of this session, you're going to leave with actionable strategies, a clear path forward, and understanding how my personal coaching can help you achieve that success you deserve. Interviewed by Brian Tracy on television, but also co-author a book with him. Here he just says Chris Goff's one of the most sought after real estate educators in the country. He spent his whole life helping others succeed in this business. What a wonderful man, very awesome human being, and just very lucky to have that opportunity to spend any time with him. I want to share a personal story and I want to show the lessons that I learned. So this was my first deal. I was driving neighborhoods, found this property, and back in 1999, you had to look up properties using the county tax assessor site, and in some counties, you had to use the old microfiche. And cell phone numbers weren't really accessible at this time, so you had to look up numbers in the white pages. And I know a lot of young people are like, what is he talking about? But after spending an entire day researching the owner, I ended up sending a letter in the mail. About 2 weeks later, I received a call from this young lady, and she said that her dad received a letter from me and wanted to sell. I was a little confused with that part, but I went along with it. So I scheduled a time to go look at the property. And of course, I had no idea what I was looking for. I mean, I was just 26 years old. And when I showed up, the owner didn't speak English, so his 16-year-old daughter had to translate everything. The call started to make sense when I saw her there. And after looking at the property, which had no floors, it was old. I mean, it really wasn't livable. I made an offer, and you may be wondering, how did you come up with the offer? Well, I just took an educated guess just based on what other properties had sold. Now, keep in mind, I have no money, but I knew that I was supposed to put the home under contract and sell that contract to another investor. And the owner accepted the offer. And I can tell you, I felt good, but I was nervous because I needed to find another investor to buy it from me. And I didn't know anyone at that time. So what really scared me though was filling out the contract. Like I kept questioning myself, is this correct? Is it even legal? I mean, I think I drank like 6 beers during this. So the next day I headed over and the owner signed it and I was kind of relieved. So I put together an ad to go in a local newspaper. It was a handyman special, cheap, etc. Called the newspaper company and emailed them the ad, and the ad came out several days later. And I had 11 people call me. I told them to drive by the home, take a look at the outside, and if they were interested, call me back. 3 of them called me back, and I met them at the property, which we couldn't even get into, by the way, but they were experienced, peeked through the windows, and all 3 investors made an offer, and I accepted one of them. So next, I filled out an assignment of contract. They saw how much I was making, but it wasn't a big deal to them. I delivered the contracts to the title company, and they had no idea what I was doing. I had to speak to the attorney there, and he said, "Oh, okay, yes, we could do this." I mean, I was sweating. Then he glanced at the both of these contracts, the purchase contract and the assignment contract, and he said, "Hey, this isn't correct." So I act stupid, like which I was at that time, and I said, "Well, what is it?" And he said, "No, no, 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 never mind. I think I know what you're trying to accomplish." So I just left, like saying to myself, "Oh God, this is going to be a train wreck. Both the owner and the investor are going to be so pissed at me." And on the day of closing, everything went smoothly with no hiccups. And I received a check for $4,000. And the owner investor were so happy. And the investor came up to me and he said, "Now go out and find some more deals." I tell you, I had the biggest smile on my face. And I remembered one thing. I now have 11 investors that I can call on. I can tell you at that moment of time, I was hooked. Like, I mean, if you didn't want to talk about real estate, don't come talk to me because that's all I wanted to talk about. And when I look back, it's like, what did I learn from this journey? And really was taking that first step even when you don't have all the answers, is the key to unlocking that full potential. Following your heart, pursuing your dreams, and not always feels easy doing it, but it's the path that brings the most growth, fulfillment, and success. Just deep down, you already know the life you want to create. You can feel it, your goals, your passion, the vision maybe of living on your terms. The challenge isn't whether you're capable, it's whether you're willing to trust yourself enough to begin the process. I've been there. I've been in your shoes. I know the doubts, the questions, the fear that can creep in, but I also experience what happens when you push those fears past you, go through them. And I learned that success doesn't come from knowing everything up front. It comes from taking action, staying committed, and learning along the way. And more importantly, it comes from having the right guidance along this path that we're taking. This is where my coaching is going to come in. I've navigated this road, I've helped others do the same, and I'm here to share the tools, strategies, and insights that are going to save you time and help you avoid those common mistakes, keep you focused on achieving your dreams, and together we can create a clear plan and turn that vision into results. You just need someone to show you how to make them your reality. And I'm ready to guide you every step of the way. The first move is yours. And I just recommend just take it and you're going to watch everything else fall into place. Now, I want to share with you just some of the common challenges that not only did I go through, but I see it just being out there. And the very first one, and you're probably not going to hear a lot of this, is really just the lack of clarity. One of the most common challenges investors face is this, specifically not knowing what to do next. You might have a goal in mind, like closing your first deal or scaling your portfolio, but the steps to get there can feel overwhelming, even paralyzing. I can tell you, you're not alone. A lot of people, this is where they get stuck. They struggle to prioritize, second guess decisions, often end up spinning their wheels without making real progress. And here's the truth, without clarity, it's almost impossible to move forward with confidence. Clarity is the blueprint for success. It's what allows us to focus, eliminate distractions, and take intentional steps towards your goals. The good news, though, is clarity isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you can create by defining your goals, breaking them into actionable steps. You'll hear me talk about actionable steps so much. In understanding exactly where to focus your energy, you could build that clear path to success. And together, we're going to unpack this so you can overcome the guesswork and move forward with purpose. And here's the thing, YouTube University and books can give you the knowledge, but they can't give you the results. Why? Because they don't know you. They can't address your unique challenges, your goals, or what's holding you back. That's where personalized coaching changes the game. When we work together, I personally review your goals and craft a custom game plan to get you started. No guesswork, no generic advice, just a clear, actionable path tailored specifically for you. I'll even create a schedule you can realistically follow so you know exactly what to do and when to do it. And here's the kicker, you're also going to learn the 10 executable steps I've designed to help you understand the physical actions you need to take in order to start closing deals. No fluff, just proven step by step strategies that deliver results. And this isn't about information, folks. This is about transformation. The right plan with the right guidance is exactly what gets my clients stuck from scaling. And now it's your turn. You know, when you get in the real world of real estate and in the trenches, you have to know exactly what to do next. You don't want to be fumbling around trying to connect all the puzzle pieces to build the puzzle. It's like, where does this piece go? The next one, super important as well, is what I call deal roadblocks. And they often arise when people fail to understand the property owner's unique situation. And overcoming these challenges means starting with empathy, learning their needs, concerns, and goals so we can apply the right strategy. It's not about forcing a one size fits all solution, but tailoring approaches that fit their circumstances, from structuring numbers that match their needs to combining multiple strategies is the key to creating win-win solutions. We don't just solve problems, we maximize opportunities to ensure every deal works for everybody involved, as well as understand when to walk away and that it's not a profitable deal. When you start by understanding the owner's needs, concerns, and goals, we can tailor those strategies that actually work. Whether it's structuring numbers to fit their circumstances or even combining multiple approaches, every step becomes intentional and built for success. During our time together, I'm going to show you exactly how to identify the right strategies. We're not going to leave an opportunity untapped and confidently walk away when it's in your best interest. The key isn't closing every deal, it's closing the right deals. This is how you move past roadblocks and focus on opportunities that truly deliver and make you wealthy. It's not just about wholesaling, it's not just about seller financing, it's understanding the situation and then applying the correct strategy to that situation. That combined with lack of clarity of understanding what to do next, two huge parts. And maybe for those that have been in the business, this would be a common challenge. I would say for people that maybe have done 20 deals, maybe 10 deals to 20 deals, but now find themselves stuck. You know, when you that excitement, initial success gives you, now it's like, okay, now what? How am I getting past this? It's like you're juggling deal making, property management, and execution, and really don't have a clear strategy for delegation, system optimization, or stepping into a higher level, maybe leadership role. The potential for further growth just really gets stalled. Break through this plateau requires a shift in the mindset in operations, learning how to work on the business rather than just in it. Now, you may not have heard this before, but success can be a trap. You know, you've closed over 20 deals, flipped properties, you built something to be proud of, but now you're stuck. The to-do list is endless, time is shrinking, scaling your business seems more like a pipe dream than a plan. And the truth is, hitting a growth plateau doesn't mean you've peaked. It means it's time to pivot. It's like breaking through this bottleneck, you know, and it just seems like it gets harder and harder. I want you to work smarter about this. It's about stepping out of the grind and stepping into a strategy that frees you up, gives you more time, optimizes system, and positions you for that growth. And I want you to join me because we can tackle this so you can scale with ease and really reclaim your time. You know, time is the only thing in the world you can't buy. It's the only thing we all run out of, unfortunately, one day. I want to give you some key pillars of what my philosophy is. Everybody's like, what's it? And I'm going to keep it pretty simple, but I really want you to understand, where do I come from when it comes down to coaching and working with you? And the very first thing is really what I call a blueprint. A lot of people say this word, but what does it mean to me? I look at it as success isn't random. It's about having the right blueprint for you. And my coaching program identifies exactly what's holding you back. And together, we're going to create a plan to overcome that. I've helped people from all walks of life, from 18 to 81. This includes young adults who have skipped college, 45-year-olds realizing they have no retirement savings, from investors who have owned hundreds of properties to NBA, NFL players, as well as Hollywood actors. And every single one of them had the same roadblock. It's confusion about what to do. And I get it. Look, if you're not in the business, you would know. Well, I'm going to share with you the exact blueprint I use. This roadmap has been developed through a combination of failure, success, and experience. It is teachable and repeatable, and I can help you apply it to your specific situation, whether you're just getting started, or maybe you're operating with limited funds, or you're looking to transition from a full-time job to this venture. This blueprint is going to be tailored for you. The second part of this is what I call the mindset makeover. I want you to think about this. It's not just about strategies. We talk about all the different real estate strategies. It's about having the mindset to overcome fear and take action. I'm going to show you how to shift your perspective to recognize opportunities you didn't know existed. I want to share something personal with you. I can tell you my first phone call ended up with a woman screaming at me. I even messed up my first contract, as I stated before. Fear? Sure, I felt it. But here's the thing, it didn't stop me. I kept going, learning from every mistake, every no, and every challenge that came my way. And what I discovered is powerful. Every no I heard, I knew I was one step closer to someone saying yes to my offer. But the truth is, most people don't fear the no, they fear the yes. Oh my gosh, Chris, they said yes. Now what? That's exactly what my coaching program is about. I'll be by your side, walking you through each step. You'll learn directly from me so you don't mess it up. You're going to learn it the right way the first time. I'm going to guide you through tough moments. I'm going to teach you how to avoid mistakes, and I'm going to help you build the mindset and skills to face any situation with confidence. And if you join me, together, we'll turn those fears into fuel for your success. Accountability and results. I am not the person that's going to tell you to get off the couch. You have to believe that you're already going to succeed. If you think already in the beginning that something's going to go wrong or you're going to fail, why even start it to begin with? And then we have to get results, right? This is not a nonprofit business. We have to generate income. Now, because of that income, I've had students start charities because of it, which is great. That's your personal decision of what you do with it. Accountability and results have to be key. This success has been all over. I mean, I've got so many students, obviously only could share so many. Joshua, first deal, 6,500. Samuel, 11,000. Bridget, first lease option deal, over 23,000. Ken Tharby, 20 deals. Roy Turner, very first rehab, 134 grand. Kenneth here, we wholesaled a pre-foreclosure, made 5 grand. Denise Omar, first pre-foreclosure. I was actually personally at this house talking with the owner with them, made 20 grand. Cameron, first rehab, 25,000. Chris Good, 11,000. Julia, one of my students, just sent me this testimonial over because she wanted to share her experience with you guys, which I'm so fortunate that my students do this. I don't talk about it a lot. This is an opportunity to kind of hear other people's experience with me. So she said, joining this real estate coaching program was a game changer. I learned how to accurately evaluate property values, understand seller needs, and separate emotions from decisions. That was a big one for Julia. Skills that have saved me thousands and countless hours. Throughout my coaching, I worked consistently, balancing my W-2 job and homeschooling, and achieved real results, including closing on a cash flowing rental, a lease option deal. Most recently, I've been looking to purchase and renovate a duplex, finalize another lease option deal, and buy an established cafe. Chris's guidance and deal analysis, negotiations, creative strategies gave me the confidence to make smart investments. This program elevated my knowledge and discipline, and I'd sign up again in a heartbeat. Highly recommend. And I'll tell you what Julia did mention, by the way, is that this rental she purchased, they just built a Costco around the corner, a Chick-fil-A, and they're going to be building the largest Target in the St. Louis area. They also are building brand new homes right behind her for over 500K. And by the way, she purchased the rental property for only 100 grand, already has a tenant in it. In the lease option deal, she's going to earn over 50 grand. The duplex rehab could yield her 100 grand, and the cafe she's purchasing generates 100,000 annually in profits, and she is buying the building that the business is in at a $250,000 discount. I believe her return on investment for coaching is quite significant. But most importantly, she will have this knowledge the rest of her life. You really can't put a price tag on that. What's included? And we'll get into the fine details of all this as well. But I want you to imagine a step-by-step system just tailored for you with a coach who's been in your shoes every step of the way. That's exactly what this coaching program is going to deliver. The very first thing is just exclusive access. So you're going to work directly with me, no third parties, no middleman, just real expertise. Yes, you'll have my personal contact information. It's just me and you. This is not a group session type of coaching. I don't do group session coaching. You're going to get a goal session. It's the very first thing that I do is send you a goal sheet after you enroll. We start to talk about your goals of, okay, now what do we need to do? What's the next step? That's going to lead into some strategy game plans that I'm going to create personally. And these are going to be actionable steps to achieve. It's not sending you to a video to watch how to do this strategy. Okay. We have tons of education that I can supply you. But the most important thing is how do you take that and put it into action? Also, we're going to be building a monthly lead generation plan because if you've ever watched any of my videos, I always say spend 90% of your time finding the deals. I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. I'm going to show you how we're going to build a plan so you understand what you need to do every single month from a lead generation point of view. I'm also going to give you a weekly schedule. My students have found this to be awesome. It's knowing what to do when you get up tomorrow morning, right? Like I have no idea. That's what a weekly schedule is going to be about. We're going to start it at a certain point. We're going to build upon that schedule. It doesn't matter if you work full time or those are what we talk about in your goal session. That's going to help me strategically place the right plan, the right schedule for you based on everything that we're going to talk about on that call. Obviously, email, phone support. Yes, you'll have my personal cell phone number. You can text me. You also have my personal email support. We will do some Zoom meetings because there's a lot of things that I just need to show you instead of just talking about it. We do have those additional education materials. Deal analysis. This one's probably one of the bigger ones. It's really teaching you, I don't care if you know nothing about real estate. I'm going to teach you how to be a master of these numbers. And it doesn't matter what strategy it is because we're going to analyze it in so many different ways. Also, a marketing analysis, I'll personally review. If you're in the business, I can review what you're doing. Just want to make sure that we're both on the same page. You will have access to our software, REI Pro, for free during the time of your coaching. That is a must. I do throw that in. Proven experience. You're going to learn strategies from someone who's actually been in the trenches for over 2 decades. And these are going to be tailored strategies. This isn't generic advice. I'm going to build an actual roadmap. That's how I'd want to be taught. Like I can learn a lot by watching something or reading something, but show me how to do this. That's what we're going to do. And obviously unmatched support, whether it's through call sessions or email. I'm going to make sure you are never left guessing. I've heard so many people, they call these companies, they've signed up for something stupid and they can't get a hold of anyone. Nobody has the answer. You got to go through this person to get to that person. We're just going to cut all that out and you just communicate with me directly. But I want you to think about, where would you be? Where could you be in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year from now, if you had an experienced mentor, proven systems, and personalized support guiding you through breakthrough after breakthrough. But just that personalized one on one coaching. So you're going to get tailored guidance designed specifically for your goals, not somebody in Alaska, not somebody wherever they live, but just you. So you're going to get direct support. We're going to avoid those costly mistakes, and we're going to make faster progress with a mentor who's going to be by your side every step of the way, and that's going to be me. Next, detailed action plans that we talked about. This is going to be very clear. It's going to be a customized path for you, not somebody else. You're going to gain clarity, focus needed to turn your goals into reality. And we're going to do this step by step with no guesswork. You're going to learn from my experience. That's something you can't really put a price tag on, unfortunately. But over the years, you learn how to correct those. And I want you to avoid those common pitfalls. I want you to tap into key connections that can fast track your growth and open doors to exciting opportunities. A lot of my prior students have become very good friends of mine. I mean, if you're an REI Pro subscriber, the co-founder, Bo Manry, he was a student of mine years ago, and then we went into business together. I mean, you really never know what's in your future. You're going to get those exclusive tools, templates, and strategies. You're going to be able to access these. Some of these are very personal collection of mine that I do give to my students. It's going to save you so much time, and it's really going to give you a competitive edge. And with these proven resources, you're going to have everything you need to succeed faster and confidently. And if you were to purchase these individually, I mean, it's going to go up over 20 grand, but I'm not going to charge you anywhere near that. Okay. And I know some of you might be thinking, oh my gosh, can I afford this? But let me ask you, can you afford not to invest in your future and continue struggling with the same challenges? Common questions before we get to all the good stuff that you're here for. What kind of success can I expect from this program? Here's what I tell everybody that I talk to. This program is highly individualized rather than a one, size fits all group coaching program. Each of my students really defines success differently. For some, it might be learning how to rehab one house, while others aim to grow their business into something much larger. Some students are looking to make additional income, while others really just aspire to leave their full-time job. What I can guarantee is this: regardless of how you define success, you will come away with the knowledge that surpasses that of most investors out there. You're going to have a diverse set of strategies, and you're going to learn how to implement it the right way. The next question is, how often are you really available, right? If you got questions, here's my answer. One of the great things about this program is I'm available Monday through Friday and weekends for urgent matters, but we generally speak about once a week unless you have a deal on the table. You can't wait for next week's call to get deals done. I always tell my students, as long as you're not calling me 10 times a day, it's okay. That's what I'm here for. Okay. And yes, it has happened. If we just had a call just a couple of days ago and you have a deal, well, maybe we need to talk about it, right? I mean, you don't want to miss out on something. What additional funds will I need to make this successful? Now, this is going to differ from student to student, but let me just cover some of the basics. You're going to need to set up a company if you haven't, create a logo. I want you to allocate some funds for direct mail marketing. The specific amount is going to depend on your goals, what you aim to achieve, and really your budget. My main goal is for you to start with the least amount of money necessary to secure your first deal. Once we accomplish that, you're going to have money to further market your business. What I also tell people is whatever money you do have, you need to put it in your head and learn. There's only one purpose of money, and that's to make more money. If you understand how to make money, no matter what times you're in, good, the bad, you're going to understand how to go make money versus somebody that only knows how to make money with money. This really starts with your education, how to apply it in the real world. And the last one that I'll share with you is, what if you're new to the business? Well, here's the good news. You don't have any bad habits, number one. I can tell you over the past 20 years, I would say about 75% of my students would consider themselves new investors. The great thing about my program is that it's really designed to accommodate all experience levels. Each student comes from different parts of the country. They vary in age, they use different strategies, and everybody learns differently. But with personal coaching, we're going to focus on your specific needs, just you and me. So you're going to get to know me. I'm going to get to know you. We're going to take that information and figure out what's best for you. Now, when it comes to my coaching, it's really all about time. It's time spent working side by side with me to achieve those goals. So I offer a 6 month, a 9 and 12 month coaching plan tailored to your needs. Now, these plans aren't based on your experience level. They're about giving you an opportunity to maximize our time together so you can see those results that you're looking for. This is one of my students here. Steve achieved over 500K success through coaching. We actually did a seller finance, turned it into a short-term rental. You see the numbers there. It's pretty impressive. 3,000 to 5,000 per week in rent. The market value on this property was 1.5 million. So just over 500,000 in equity. It was pretty awesome. And then right after that, did another deal just a few months later, made $290,000 profit. Pretty awesome. And I've got several students that I probably are not mentioning, but I do like to share just a few of them here with you. And I could tell you, he was one of my clients that said, is this really worth it? And now, I mean, he's close to $1 million. And it's all because he took the first step, though. That's what it is. I always say it's getting over that hump. Spots are limited. I can only work with so many people. I usually open coaching maybe twice a year. Once it gets full, then it goes to a waiting list. So I'd hate for you to miss out. Here are your steps. I've got some more information to give you, so don't go anywhere quite yet. You can go to my website, chrisgoffrealestate.com. You're going to click on coaching, enter your information. It's going to take you to another page. It's going to go over these highlights, the pricing, and all the details. And then click that button to schedule a free 30-minute call with me. And just a quick recap, I don't want you to be lost in the middle of a forest going in circles. And if you've ever looked up other coaching programs, I can tell you this is very rare in this industry that you're going to work with the guy that's actually teaching, created the programs, and is out there. I want you to learn multiple strategies. I don't want you to learn it. I want you to master these strategies because I want you to dominate your local market or wherever you're going to be investing. You're going to have our business systems. We're going to create systems with you during the training as well, because I want you to see how to build the system as well as having my own. Again, we do have 3 plans, 6, 9, 12-month do offer payment plans. And again, real-time support. I only accept a limited number of students to give you the attention you need to succeed. Kenneth was actually in a life-threatening car crash several months before this, which was a very scary moment of time. Chris, you're an important part of my journey, and I want to thank you personally for sharing your knowledge and passion with me. He says, it's only the first one, but I have so much momentum built up. I can tell you, I think my students sometimes feel like they're not meeting up to the expectation maybe that I set forth for them. Kenneth was one of those people, but I can tell you, I'm so proud of him. Sometimes it just takes that first one for a lot of people because you get to understand the entire process. You may not have it 100%, but we're going to keep working that process over and over to get these deals done. You've got a choice to make at this point. You can keep going at it alone, navigating the challenges, frustrations, maybe figuring it out by trial and error, or you can fast track your success by joining a proven system designed to get real results. I want you to imagine what's possible when you've got an expert by your side, a clear path, and the tools you need to really build that business, that life that you've always wanted. But here's the thing. Spots are limited. Once they're filled, you'll have to join a wait list. And I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity to really create that future you deserve. I knew in my heart when I got started, I deserve something better. And you have to ask yourself, are you ready to take it? But don't wait, secure your spot. I want you to take one step closer to the life you've been dreaming of. I do want to thank you all for joining me on this training. I truly appreciate your time, and I'm excited about the possibility of working together with you one on one. I wish you a wonderful week, and I look forward to incredible opportunities ahead.